Welcome everybody to another episode of Adventure Time Prospecting. I'm your definitely different host, James. Today we're going to be talking about animal safety, the dangers of prospecting, hidden dangers to look for, a couple of nice spots to look for at that, and we're going to run a sluice box, a Keen A51 that I changed out to deep V rubber matting on the bottom, and then miner's moss, and then the stock riffles over. Anyhow, we'll get out there to the creek. Let's go see if we can't come across some wild animals, and then set the sluice up. So come on, let's head out. Door's right there. Let's go.
Out in the wilds, you have to be cautious of these venomous raptors of the sky. These are owls. They are clearly watching for me to turn my back so they can dive down from above. And with their razor-sharp talons, they latch on to unsuspecting prospectors and carry them with their talons to the nest, where they consume you and pick you apart and make... Ooh, that one's really watching. I'm gonna have to keep eye on that one. I don't want to be one of the statistics. Venomous genuses of raptors are definitely in the area. You must always use safety when prospecting to avoid wildlife catastrophes, such as these ravenous, venomous raptors of the sky, ready to swoop down and disembowel unwary or unsuspecting prospectors.
Come along. I'll show you some other dangerous situations the prospector can come across in the wilds. You got to be careful with these dangerous situations, especially when digging. Look at this. Here we have another area where the unwary prospector could get hurt. Look at all that layer of red banding in there. Traditionally, around here, that's good stuff. I've went over there. I've found some. And then this happened. You can see this large stone with all the red material on it fell from up under that overhang. I don't know if you can see it, but right there is probably a 15 to 20 pound rock suspended by nothing but vines and some roots. You don't want to be anywhere under that digging. What you're looking at could be death to a prospector, because that is some very good looking stuff, and it is very tempting. Actually, you can see one of my little bore holes right there. Not the smartest thing to do, but I had to take a sample. Found a little bit of collar. Yes, sir, I did. But just so you know, this is a pretty dangerous situation. Always use caution. Another thing you got to watch out for, crossing these big streams. You see that bucket? Whee! Beep, beep, boop, 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 boop. Right there. That's where my diggings is at. You got to be careful traversing these creeks. Lots of loose stones, lots of algae, possible water snakes in there. We don't really have water moccasins in this part of the country where I'm at, but we do got water snakes. They're not poisonous, but man, them things always get up on the wrong side of the bed. I tell you, they will bite you first and bite questions later, whatever. Anyhow, got to be mindful of the critters too. We got crawdads in these creeks. Some of them as big as lobsters, and they'll pull you down under the water and into their burrows, and you'll never come out. It's all over. They will pick you apart like that guy. Watch out, watching this creek. And here we are, back at the sluice. Let's run a little bit. You want to? This here is by far my favorite way of prospecting. I've been sluicing better part of 20 years now. Matter of fact, this is the very first sluice I ever bought. One of them old King A51s. It's got a special place in my heart, I guess, because it was the first one I ever had. First time it ever got used was out in North Carolina, which hopefully I'm going to be trying to ease out there in a week or two, so we'll see how that goes. See if it pans out, if we can go or not. But if we go, there's a couple little mines I'm going to try to check out, see what's going on. But I'll tell you what, folks, running a sluice is just peaceful. No engines, no pumps to carry in. You can actually hear the wildlife, the birds, critters, them angry owls we saw just a minute ago. I'll tell you what, folks, you go out sluicing or gold panning, prospecting, if you find gold, that's just the icing on the cake, I'll tell you, because the real gold is like when I seen them owls today. That was a truly golden moment in my day, being out in this beautiful area. Rock overhangs. There's a big cliff down that way. There's a big overhang, and there's a bunch of fossilized wood fossils sticking out of it. It's pretty neat. But like I said, the real treasure is just being out in nature and enjoying a beautiful day and doing what you love. We'll let that puppy clean out a little bit. See how we're already covering the first set of riffles up? That means slow her down, buddy. Let it clean out. Let it clean out a little bit, or else you'll have a chance of losing your gold. Because what I've found is most of your gold's going to be in these first three riffles. Every now and then you'll see a piece in here in the ribbed rubber matting, which I don't see any as of right now, but we're only a couple of buckets in, and the gold in West Virginia is so fine and tiny. Some of the bigger rocks out there. Now, if you ever help your sluice out and get some of the bigger rocks out, do not dig under the riffles. Don't run your hand up the sluice. I'll show you a little trick. You just take the back of your fingers like this, and just run your nails. Just bounce your fingernails over the tops of those riffles, and it will clean them bigger rocks out of there. See how clean she is, ready to rock and roll again. Another good thing about sluicing is it's all quiet and you can't hear people. Alright folks, I'm going to get back to shoving a little bit of material through this here sluice in this beautiful spot. Beautiful little beach. What more do I want? Out here on a beautiful day. Got me a nice creek, a little bit of gold in it. Fine gold, but still yet that's gold. And I got a beautiful golden day. Beautiful sunshine. Surrounded by mountains, trees, and Mother Nature. Don't get no better than that. Whether you find gold or not, that's top of the pops right there. So I'm going to keep running this sluice for another hour. Maybe run another 4 buckets through it, something like that. And we'll see what we come up with when we get to the house. I'll see y'all back here at the house. Back there at the ranch. Sunshine, sluice boxes, and gold. There's a little piece of West Virginia gold right there in the ribbed rubber matting. Isn't she cute? I'll take it home, nurture it until it's a 2-ounce adult. I'll take care of you, little buddy. Look at that, that way it looks bigger. Anyhow, let's rock on. Telling you folks, don't get no better than sunshine and sluice boxes. It just don't. I get a lot of questions as to what do I look for? How do I know this creek in West Virginia or elsewhere has gold in it? Or the possibility of gold in it. It's definitely going to be the possibility. I'm going to show you a few things I look for. That way, I know there's a good possibility there's gold in the area. Now, around here we have quartz conglomerates. That's where our quartz pretty much comes from. It's been tied up in the rock way up on top of these mountains for many, many years. And as the conglomerate erodes, it lets all this quartz go. And you can see there's a little milky, there's some rusted, some of it's got a lot of mineralization in it. This is the quartz that's in my local area. It's eroding out of conglomerate. And then you have this real heavy ironstone, almost like a hematite. It's real heavy and it will stick in the bottom of your sluice and plug them up. Another form of heavies I look for is fossilized wood. Because as you know, any fossils are going to be really heavy. Look at all the rust. Rust, that's a lot of mineralization in here. And there's another nice little heavy one. Piece of petrified wood. That's a pretty one, got a nice little seam in it. Anyhow, that should answer at least a few of the questions as to what to look for to find gold in any area you're in. Walk up to your creek beside your house or down the street. The creek you've ignored for many, many years. The creeks you played in as a kid. Go look at them. Go look back over them with a prospector's eye. Especially in a state that's not known for gold. Like I said, West Virginia has never had a working, profitable, there's the word, a profitable gold mining operation. Never in its history. But does that mean there's not gold here? No, it does not mean there's not gold here. All that means is that there's not enough gold to make it commercially valuable. You got to think, to have a gold mine that's going to produce any quantities, you need an area that you can produce X amount of ounces per ton, X amount of grams per ton. But it's so spread out and scattered in this state, it would just not be profitable. Not in a million years could it be profitable. But to the hobbyist prospector, another big heavy stone right there. A lot of heavies around here. But to the recreational prospector, the opportunities are endless. Go check your local creeks, no matter where you live. Just see what's out there. If you're not sure, take a pan with you. Scratch around a little bit. It took me 10 plus years to find this area. You can go one holler over and you won't find any quartz, heavies, or gold. Forget about it. Nothing. This particular stream has it. So just go out and explore. It's good for you to get out in the sunshine anyhow. It's good for the soul. I mean, look at that. Tell me that ain't good for the soul just being out in it. Alright, folks, I'm going to get down off my here soapbox and I'm going to keep on the search for the good old AU. In case y'all's wondering how deep the bedrock is around here, I'm actually walking on it now. That's bedrock. All the way up. All bedrock. A lot of it's fractured too. That's some good stuff. We'll be hitting that this summer too. Look at this. Bedrock. Gravel bar. Bedrock gravel bar. That's good stuff. What is this? An iron pipe. So, we got bedrock right where I'm standing. Right there. We probably got about 8 to 10 inches of gravel on top of it. And we have heavies settling out. Big old iron pipe. So, that tells me there's a very good chance there is some gold because this is a drop zone. This would be a good place to work. A very good place to work. showing y'all the basics. This is a whole lot easier with two hands. Daylight right through it. That's good enough for me. Nice. Be sure to clean this out real good because I've seen a few pieces of gold laying in there. Nice. Yeah, ready to rock again. Now we're back at the house feeding the mini max with all that little concentrates I brought home from the creek we was just at. And this is all that I'm left with. You can see the weird black sand we have in West Virginia. It's mostly hematite. There's not much black to it at all. It's almost a paint color. You'll see it as we get a little bit closer to it. This is very small gold, so you just got to be real easy with it. Just let it dance. Let that sand, light sand dance off the edge. You see dark sand starting to come up. Bring it back and re-stratify that puppy. Let the light stuff dance right off the edge. Start seeing the heavies come up. Bring her back, re-stratify it. And walk more of that light sand right off the top. I won't bore you with all this panning. I will show you the results here in just a minute when we get her all panned down and cleaned up. Well, here you go, folks. I got it all cleaned up. There's still a little bit of that, see what I mean? That weird looking super fine sand. Almost a pink color. Kind of hard to see in the light, but anyhow, here's what you wanted to see. This is the gold that little sluice can capture. I told y'all West Virginia gold is very small. I think there's a couple little flakes in there here and there, but I mean, like that guy there, it looks kind of big, but that's my fingertip to it. It's still a wee little fella. There's a decent amount of little pile of gold there. A few hours work. Out in the hills of West Virginia. Come on, focus. There you go. That there is gold from a state where there are no commercially successful gold mines. But, like I said, for the recreational prospector, you're in good shape. Study what I showed you on this video. what rocks to look for. And you can find some of your very own. Fin. And that's the end of this video, folks. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Thank y'all to each one that subscribed to me, and if you're not a subscriber yet, hopefully I could have earned your prescription today. Subscription. Anyhow, we'll see you guys on the next adventure. Hopefully we're going to be headed to North Carolina here soon. I'm going to try to set up some reservations this afternoon. I feel like getting back out of town and getting back to the hills of North Carolina for a little bit. So y'all stay tuned for that. Hope y'all enjoy these little videos I make just as much as I like making them for you. So, have a good day, everybody, and God bless. We'll see you on the next episode of Adventure Time Prospecting.